I wanted to just have a little discussion with everything that's going on, and we're all being affected no matter where we live in the United States or North America, Canada. I don't know if our Canadian neighbors are experiencing the same thing, but here in the United States, and I live in North Carolina, they have recommended that we self-quarantine or basically stay at home, social distance ourselves from friends and neighbors and family, and avoid being in public if at all possible for 15 days. So this poses kind of a problem. In my area, they have closed schools, colleges, universities. They have closed restaurants and bars. People are out of work. Moms are now at home, and dads too, with all their kiddos. They're distance learning. They're getting their assignments from their teachers online. They're, in my area anyway, they had the foresight to prepare lunches and breakfasts for all of the children that are in our county, and they're being delivered once a day to the bus stops. This takes a little bit of hardship off of people who experience some food instability, and I think that's really fantastic. But I just wanted to go over a couple of things that I think I would recommend if you're going to be making a grocery order, like if you have a local grocery store, in my case Walmart or Publix or Food Lion or Harris Teeter. They will take your food order online. You can pay for it online, and then you can schedule a time to pick it up, and they will bring it to your car. You don't have to touch anything. They will load it in your trunk of your car, and then you are on your merry way. You don't have to go in the store, and that is a real plus in my book. So I thought it may be nice to just give you some suggestions of things if you are looking at your pantry and you're saying, I don't know how I'm going to make it to next payday, or if I'm going to have a payday, and I realize that there are some people who are going to experience that as well. So I think that we just need to stay vigilant, stay calm, and know that there are people who can help, and maybe reach out to your church or maybe a friend or neighbor, and you don't have to come in contact with them. You can just drop off, pick up, that kind of thing, if that's something you're concerned about. But I think that we should be helping each other, not just at this time, but at all times, because that's what we are called to do. With that in mind, I thought it might be a great opportunity. There are proteins you can get off the grocery store shelf, such as chunk chicken breast, tuna. You can get Spam. I know, don't cringe, because you know, sometimes it's good to have that on the shelf, because sometimes a fried Spam sandwich is just yummy. It's okay.
Yeah, to keep you from going hungry.
It will. And we're not talking about a starvation situation here. We're just talking about, wow, this thing really came on fast, and I didn't get a chance to go grocery shopping, and now what am I going to do? I was talking to a friend. She sent me a picture of her pantry. She's like, I hope I can make it through. And you know what? I think with a little creativity and a little bit of smarts, you know what? You're going to know what your family loves to eat best. But I think it's always great to have some mashed potato flakes on hand. I use these when I bake bread, but I also use them in soups. These are a great ingredient to have on hand anyway. I always have a couple boxes of chicken stuffing, because not only can you use this just as a side dish, you can use it to top off a casserole or make like a pot pie, or you can just use the breading inside to crush up a little bit more and use as breadcrumbs. And it's a great thing to have on hand for those times when, whoops, I ran out of breadcrumbs, but I have a box of stuffing. Is canned gravy our first choice? No, it's not, but it's delicious and it gets us by in a pinch. You can also use packet gravy that you just add water to and stir, or you can make your own gravy from scratch using chicken broth or beef broth or whatever you have on your shelf with added, butter and flour to thicken it. Canned vegetables are a necessity. Canned vegetables are not always my first choice, but I do like canned green beans and canned corn, and I usually always have some cream corn in the pantry for one of the soup recipes that I make. Always have canned mushrooms, and I always have a couple of cans of cranberry sauce. A blend of soups that you can use for cooking. It'll get you out of that appetite fatigue really quick when you have options at your fingertips. I'm not suggesting that you should only cook off of your shelf. I'm saying that you should have these things on your shelf, and then also whatever you have stocked in your freezer, which in my case is lots of fruits and vegetables and some meats, as well as some freezer meals that I maybe made in the past and I can just pop in the crock pot and heat up, and then boom, dinner's done. So those are my suggestions, and I hope that you take my pantry suggestions to heart. I don't want any of you to be scared. I did a community entry on my community board on my channel page the other day, and I showed a picture of, you know, the ingredients that we were going to be using for this video, and I gave some tips and tricks, and I want you guys to know that there's no reason for you to be scared. We're going to get through this. I am personally praying for all of you because I know how daunting and overwhelming this time can be, especially if this got you by surprise and certain things are happening in your life that you have no control over. So just know that we're all going to get through this, that I care about you, that I have your back. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or zip me a question to info@noreenskitchen.com, and I'll do my best to answer you in a timely fashion. You can also contact me on my Facebook page, which is Noreen's Kitchen on Facebook. And you know what? We're all going to get through this, and it's all going to be great. I hope you stay happy, healthy, and well. And until next time, I'll see ya.